Hi, good evening, everyone. Annamalai ji, good evening.
Yeah,
Suraj
yeah,
ji,
very, very, very good evening to all
hi.
of you. Yeah.
Hi,
Good evening,
Timothy, good
sir.
evening. Good
Good
evening, sir.
evening, all.
Yes, we'll just wait for a minute for a few more people to join. How are you, Suraj ji? உங்க ட்ரிப் எல்லாம் முடிச்சதுங்களா?
Trip போயிட்டு தான் சார் இருக்கேன். இப்பயும் I am out of station. I'm right now
Oh,
in Vijayawada.
you should tell me when you are in station. Very
I
nice.
will be in station, sir, but it's my duty to go out of station for my business purpose.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
I'm into blockchain, so I need to go around for trainings.
You have to travel, you have to spread the word
Yes, yes, sir.
and also train people. Very nice, very nice. Sure,
Yes,
sure.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Actually, last 2, 3 weeks while we just get started, I think about 2, 3 weeks I was also not available.
Yes, sir.
I was traveling to Australia, Sydney.
Okay.
Yeah, my family is there, my brother is there, so
Oh,
we all celebrated the whole about 10, 12 days during Diwali. We were all there at his home.
nice.
One big get together, family get together, you can say.
Nice, sir.
Then we had our
Very,
BME's global
you are, I
convention.
think you are a very lucky person.
I am indeed, touchwood. Yes.
Even we have a very big family, but we don't usually go out to celebrate because most of our family relatives are in and around Salem, next
Oh,
state,
okay.
some
Okay.
half kilometer, some 1 kilometer.
Okay.
So we don't have such a chance to explore like these kind of holidays.
True, true, very true. Last 2 years ago, we had been to uh, Norway, which is another brother is doing his was doing his PhD there at that point in time.
Okay,
So we were there.
nice, sir.
Yes.
Okay. I think in that way, our family is also a very lucky family.
Excellent. Uh-huh.
About 50 members every alternate years. We
Okay.
we go to mostly international destinations
Beautiful. Uh-huh.
because they are all spread over. I mean, in USA, Singapore, Malaysia, and even in India also, Bengaluru, Mumbai, Chennai, like that. So
Uh-huh.
we all meet, and we have been to Thailand, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, and they also want to see India. So
Uh,
last year we went to Kerala.
oh, beautiful. Okay, very
Yeah,
nice.
like that. Again, now this 26th December. Every year is the last week of December is our scheduled program, alternative
Right,
years.
right.
So 26th, I mean 26th December, two destinations are there. One is Korea and another is in Europe. I
Oh,
think we will be finalizing about 40 to 50 members. We all
I,
travel together,
oh,
spend a week.
spend
Uh,
a week there. Uh-huh.
spend a week. Yeah,
Very
we'll
nice,
wait.
very
We
nice.
have started it. Yeah.
And I think I resonate with you because I believe there are two things that happen. One, family time is really precious. We have sharing, we have caring, we get back that old memories and good things happen. And second is when we travel, we also explore the local culture in that place. So both of these two are the biggest benefits that do happen.
Yeah, see, we make T-shirts, and the logo is always the local culture. Based on the local culture, we make special T-shirts for that
Oh,
every meet, yeah, like that.
oh, wow, wonderful.
Yeah,
Very nice, very nice.
very
You should share me some pictures if you don't mind, Anamalaji, afterwards.
let
Whenever
me
you have
see.
some time, you have my mobile,
Only
no
after,
problem.
only after.
Uh-huh. Because
Can I
it's so
share?
nice to know all this.
Share some more information, sir, about me?
Please, sir. Please, please.
I was running tours and travels for more than 10 years, and we
Oh,
were running Thomas Cook franchise for more than 10 years at Salem.
okay.
Due to Corona lockdown, we stopped that franchise and we winded off that business. I
Oh,
took
okay.
more than 15 groups to Andaman. So I was the
15
guide.
groups. One.
Yeah,
Mhm.
at that time I was organizing the group and I was guide to all the people who visit Andaman with us.
Oh,
And I have good experience exploring so many places. Sir. I have visited Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Pattaya, then
mm.
Phuket, and
Beautiful.
Andaman more than 15 times, and China,
Ah,
Hong Kong, Macau.
uh-huh. These
So
are
I have taken more than 500 people around these places, sir.
excellent, excellent. I think this is
You
so much அங்க
are
பாருங்க. Oh.
receiving
Oh,
it.
wow. Okay.
And
Ja-
you
Super, sir.
see the backside also about our
Oh,
family.
okay.
Race
Here
more,
Okay.
is
sir.
one. It is
Very
another
nice.
one. Yeah, here is another one. Yeah, this is our Kerala. Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
Kerala
Oh,
one.
you have all gone to Kerala in 2024.
Yeah, last year. Yeah,
Ah, yeah, we can see the Kerala boat house with coconut
yeah.
trees.
Our
Okay.
family
And
description.
APLN is your
Our
family.
family name. Yeah, our family
Ah,
name.
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's so. You go to an extent that you get everybody to wear the same t-shirts.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Group
Beautiful,
photo. Yeah, group
beautiful.
photo we take. Yeah.
Yeah. Sureshji, sometimes in group tours also, it is very difficult for us to accomplish this feat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have a lot of experience, bitterness and sweetness in that group organizing.
I know.
So patience
You
is
have
the
to deal
main,
with various kinds of people.
yeah, most important is patience. Whatever
Patience.
they say, because it was service industry the time and even now, and whatever service lacks, they will come to me only.
I
Then
know.
I organize the group. It's
Hmm.
very difficult managing people. I overcome all those hurdles.
Absolutely.
I
And
got a
I
good
think
experience.
one of the big things that become a hurdle, at least not now, but earlier years, was food.
Yes, sir.
The availability of food, both Indian vegetarian or even Indian non-vegetarian, is very different from, let's say non-vegetarian in Southeast Asia or Asia.
Yes, sir.
Europe
Yes, yes,
non-vegetarian is very different from Indian non-vegetarian. We use a lot of
yes,
spices. They don't use anything.
yes.
So
The
those kind of
great
challenges.
challenge, sir.
Yes. But every time we travel, there is always a big smile.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So a personal story that I would like to share with all of you is that I have traveled to about 13% of the world as of now.
Nice, sir.
Yeah,
Super.
and I want to travel to the 100% before I touch 50 years. I don't know whether that is possible or not, but yes, that's my goal as well.
All the best, sir.
Thank you. 50 years is quite a few years later, but yes, trying to do that. Sumati, would you like to share some of your travel experience, travel diaries or anything? Hmm. Hmm. My daughter, she's peeking in, and I told her, don't come, I have a meeting. So she's not coming in, but she's opening the door, constantly peeking in. Done. So we have I believe we have only four today. I mean, including me. So
Yes, sir.
we'll probably keep it a little short, and a lot more elaborate session. We will have it maybe in the week in the next week or the week after that. But because all of you are here, Sumati, Sureshji, Annamalaji, I definitely want to give some value that you've come. And today's topic was is about decision fatigue. So do you know anything about decision fatigue? I just want to know what do you think about decision fatigue? Do you know this? Have you heard this? Uh, so on and so forth.
It's new
I
to me,
can
new to me, sir.
Decision fatigue is new to you, okay?
Yeah.
Anamaleji?
I can guess it is very likely not able to come to any decision and keeping it always
Yes.
grumbling or something like that. Yeah.
True, 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 true. And a classic example. Both of you are so right about this decision fatigue. A class, Sumati, if you are able to unmute and share, please do at any point in time. But yeah, you have unmuted. Yes, yes.
Like sometimes one after the other, you'll have to take decisions, and even though we take a decision, we get confused if we had taken the alternate decision. Probably things would have been better. So,
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. And then we have a guest, Tafni, if I'm pronouncing your name right. Hi, Tafni. So you can unmute and speak. We are just trying to understand what is your understanding of decision fatigue. What do you know? Talking in detail. Any thoughts you have? Wonderful. So this is what it is. Let me give you a very simple example for decision fatigue. Imagine you go to a cloth shop. You are, it's Diwali time or Christmas time or any Pongal time, whatever works with you, whatever works for your culture. Um, and you are tasked with buying some new clothes for the whole of your family. So you go there, and there is a big table, and the person who's supposed to show you just keeps piling dresses after dresses after dresses after dresses for you to choose. Yeah, they'll just keep piling, if that is the situation, that they just keep piling dresses after dresses for you to choose. Now what is going to happen when you have five choices? The load of decision is different versus when you are having 50 choices, right? Imagine having 100 choices. Imagine having 500 choices. And this is not about the choices. This is about the decisions that we need to make. So let's say there are 500 dresses in front of you. You need to make 500 decisions, actually. 499 decisions that you don't want, and one decision that you want. Because ultimately you are only going to buy one. Yeah. So when our system gets overwhelmed with the decisions that we need to make, we experience this phenomenon called decision fatigue. We experience this phenomenon called decision fatigue. There is just our system meaning our brain is burdened with making a lot of decisions. Our brain is burdened with making a lot of decisions. So let me give you a very simple statistics. Yeah, very simple statistics. this is true statistics. On an average, an adult makes 35,000 decisions every day. We make 35,000 decisions every day. What to wear, what to, when to wake up. Should we switch on the alarm or should we switch off the alarm? Should we brush now or should we brush later? Or should we brush or not? Right? We have to open the door. We have to make our bed back. What to wear? Should we wear black? Should we wear white? Should we wear red? What do we want to wear? And all of these are decisions that we make. Many of them are subconscious decisions, and a few of them are conscious decisions. Now, if you look at subconscious decisions, they are the ones like, okay, we wake up and we automatically go, to our bathrooms. That's a subconscious decision. You don't actively make that decision, or subconsciously we make. Brushing our teeth is not an active decision that we make. We make it subconsciously, right? So the subconscious decisions are not the overloading factors here. But the conscious decisions that we make are the overloading factors here. The ones that overwhelm our system are these conscious decisions that we make. Whom to call, when to call. Should we eat now or should we eat later? Have you experienced, when you go to a big multi-cuisine restaurant, have you experienced that, there are so many dishes, but the whole table is not able to arrive at, okay, what is it that you absolutely want to eat? Have any of you noticed this?
Yes, sir. Whenever we go and sit, we see the menu card and unable to select which food to eat. But
Yeah.
usually we will select which food we didn't taste so that
Yeah.
we'll get a new experience like that. Thank you, sir.
Yes, absolutely. Anamalaji, you have traveled far and wide. What is your opinion? Have you experienced these kind of decision fatigue examples, like, in a restaurant unable to choose?
Pretty much. Actually, this I told a lot of people, a lot of our relatives are in foreign countries, and whenever they visit India, whoever is available in Chennai, or we again go for the restaurants. The choice is really is very difficult, very difficult. We offer them, you select, like that. Everybody is passing. You select like that, huh?
Yeah.
And some guidelines we keep are this restaurant is for famous for such dishes, so let us go for that rather than taking any risk with new dishes. Something like that it goes, huh?
True.
Yeah.
True.
And
True.
when I go alone, I always experiment actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is no
There,
risk. There is no risk involved in that.
one, there is no risk involved, and second, probably you don't experience decision fatigue then,
Yeah.
predominantly because you are very clear of what you want.
Yeah. True. Yeah. True.
and
Correct.
and it is a conscious choice that is made. Okay, let me try something that I have not tried. Whereas in the former example, it is a conscious decision that you have to make. Okay, you have to satisfy all, at least most of the people in the group, so on and so forth. Is that right, sir?
Yeah. True. True.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, it is a very big subject, but one of the things that that impacts us on a day-to-day basis is this decision fatigue, which many times either stops us from making decisions or we make suboptimal decisions. Or the third is we make decisions, but we are not happy about them. So there are three impacts. One, we, we make suboptimal decisions, which means me. Let's just be done with it. I'm getting a headache. I just want to close this. Just select something and let's go home, or let's eat, or let's do whatever we have to do. So that there, what happens is we are taking decisions suboptimally. Or second, we are experiencing something which we call as, we take the decision but we are not satisfied. You yourself may have, all of us would have experienced it at different levels or different times, that could we have done better? Could we have looked for a little more time? Could we have waited for a little more time? Should we have chosen something else? Could we, should we, all of those. So we repent, we don't exactly repent, but we experience this dissatisfaction even though we have taken a decision. And maybe we should have bought that color. Maybe we should have looked at three more shops before choosing that this is the one that we want. And this is typically very common with clothing, with jewelry. You may have noticed that we would have seen at one shop, then we want to go to the second, then we go to the third, we go to the fourth. Sometimes just returning back to the first, and buying this because now we have looked at a few, and now we are sure of our decision. Yeah, I don't have to complain that I haven't looked at many. So that's the second thing that we experience, which we call as decision dissatisfaction. And the third that we definitely experience is stress. Oh my God, I have to take this decision. I haven't taken this decision, and that itself leads to a lot of challenges. And we have experienced this in more than one occasion, just that we don't know that this word or this phenomenon is called as decision fatigue. We just don't know that. Yeah. Now, how does this impact our day-to-day life, and how does this impact our day-to-day living? I'll give you some common examples. We start experiencing cognitive biases, and when I call cognitive biases, what it means is we just want to get the decision done, so we revert to what we know best. Like how Anamalaji said, we don't take risks, or we are not open to chances. We don't want to experiment because we don't know. We are already experienced decision fatigue. So our cognitive bias says, hey, just stick to what you know, right? And then that ends up in we not being able to go beyond what we know, which is the unknown, which is where great things can happen sometimes. In food, we may end up looking at the whole menu, but at the end of the day, ordering something that we know is the simplest here. Or we know, okay, let's just leave all of this, we'll just order biryani, or we'll just order idli, or masala dosa, or whatever, because I'm experiencing this cognitive bias. What if this is not nice? What if that happens? What if that happens? And this cognitive bias, we experiencing this cognitive bias is a negative thing, because this stops us from something which we called as experience, right? We may not know something, but unless we experience that unknown, we will never know whether we are going to like it or we are going to dislike it. Yeah. So for us to even experiment whether this is something that we like or we dislike, it is very important that we move away from our cognitive biases and choose the unknowns and intentionally make that choice. And for us to do this, we have to go against our decision fatigue, against our usual pattern of decision making. Yeah. So this is something that comes out as an impact. Anyway, what I'm doing is I'm just compressing everything and trying to just give the highlights so that we've come here. We still need value for having spending our time here. We also default to familiar choices. That is what this cognitive bias is. Whatever is familiar to us, we default. And this is not right because life is once, and we should definitely, uh, you know, choose to experience all aspects, even the unfamiliar aspects of life. But this decision fatigue will prevent us from doing it. So it has to be a conscious decision to look at things beyond that. The second thing that also happens is exhaustion. You know, our head is pounding because we have to make so many decisions. And there is clinical data which says, simply telling, is it to take risk. It's not necessarily, I wouldn't use the word risk, but rather I would use the word be curious. That is the word that I would like to use, Sureshji. Not risk has a different understanding. What I am saying is just be curious, right? Be curious of what this new dish could give you. Be curious of what this new chocolate, apart from eclairs, would taste like. Be curious of what this destination would look like. Right? Be curious. That is what I'm trying to. That is what I'm trying to examine. Yeah, excellent. Thanks. Thank you. The second thing is this phenomenon called exhaustion, emotional exhaustion. And when we say emotional exhaustion, you know why some of the most important meetings happen in the morning? Some of the most important decisions are taken right in the morning, after we wake up, even sometimes before 12 o'clock. If you see, those are the best times, clinically proven, to take decisions. So you look at large organizations, board meetings, they are done right at the beginning of the day. They are not done after lunch, or they are not done in the evening. They are actually done at the beginning of the day. Right. And this the reason why this is because our brain can only take so many decisions, conscious, subconscious, both put together. There is only so many decisions that our brain can take, not beyond that. So what happens is, from the morning we take, knowingly, unknowingly, we start taking decisions. By afternoon we start experiencing exhaustion. Our brain is like, oh my God, man, how many decisions should I take for you? Just leave me alone, right? You want to go to gym, you don't want to go to gym. What time you have to go to gym? That fellow is calling you. Should you take the call? Should you not take the call? This is happening. Should you drink tea? Should you not drink tea? Should you put 1 teaspoon of sugar or 2 teaspoons of sugar? Should you write this email? Should you send this email? There is a WhatsApp message that has come. Should you do it? When to schedule SAM's webinar? Should it be Tuesday 9 p.m. or Wednesday 9 p.m. or Thursday 8 p.m.? All of these decisions, though they look minuscule, they have a tremendous impact on our brain, and that leads to exhaustion. Many times emotional exhaustion. So by the end of by evening, you are emotionally exhausted of taking decisions, of taking decisions, of taking decisions. Yes. And this one example is Swiggy. When my family is not there, uh, uh, I don't cook very well, so I have to order something. And in the evening, I find it so difficult to order because there are so many choices, and my brain is already dead, and it's impossible to order in the evening because I have to make a decision not from one shop. I have to make a decision from like 30 shops, which I can scroll on Swiggy, and then once I go into the shop, I have to make a decision of okay, what to order. Nowadays, I'm better off. I just call my assistant and I say, "Hey, just order dinner for me. Whatever you like, you order. I'm going to eat it anyway." I think that's the best thing that can ever happen. Truly, this is very very true. I have seen that is working a lot more. How many of you have heard Steve Jobs wears the same T-shirt every day? Means not the same T-shirt, the same color T-shirt every day. Do you know? Have you heard? Steve Jobs, black, exactly. Black and that too round neck. And that too round neck. What's her Facebook founder's name? I forgot Facebook
Mark
founders.
Mark
Oh,
Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg, yeah. Mark Zuckerberg also wears the same set of shirts, t-shirts every day. So what they are doing
The
is they are
decision making is easy for them.
exactly, sir,
Huh?
exactly.
Yeah,
So
they don't
that
have to spend
decision they are
time.
not making at all. What
Yeah,
to wear,
that's right.
right? Please go on, Anamalaji.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, very easy for them to decide. For us, so many things, what color, what occasion, all those things we have to consider. For them, whatever the occasion, the same dress.
Yes,
Yeah.
and occasion is just once in a while. We are talking about everyday decisions. We're talking about the load that we experience on a daily basis. But that will be boring. Yes, that will be boring, of course. But I think they're ultra focused on what makes them successful. Boring makes boring actually makes people successful. I have to tell that to you. Right? And that is why a lot of people have a lot of these CEOs and CXOs and directors of organizations and people who are on important positions, they have assistants. And you know what, the assistants, the executive assistants or the secretaries, the personal secretaries, they end up taking a lot of decisions. So the director can take one, two, or three mission critical decisions for that day. That's all. Over. And those decisions are worth uh, sometimes lakhs, sometimes crores, sometimes, in billions. There is a documented article. I think it was published, I believe, by MIT Sloan Institute, Management Institute. MIT is, you all know, it's Massachusetts Institute of Technology, US, and they said they spoke about why Jeff Bezos, Amazon's founder, just limits to taking two decisions a day. He doesn't take more than two decisions a day with respect to Amazon because those decisions are the value of those decisions are humongous, and he doesn't want to end up taking like some 20, 30, and 40 decisions. Amazon's valuation is few $100 billion, right? And they're nearing a $1 trillion market cap. So one decision of Jeff Bezos, could mean that they may enter that country or they may not enter that country. One decision of Jeff Bezos could mean that they are going to give jobs to 5,000 people, or they are going to take away jobs from 5,000 employees by exiting a region, or by introducing a new product, that decision could mean that they may be the leader in that market, or they may not be the leader in that market, right? So these decisions have such huge impacts, and hence the fewer decisions we take, the more valuable those decisions become. And one of the sure short ways of taking fewer decisions is by this term called routines. Is by this term called routines. All right? How many of you have heard this word called routines? Routine, routine. When I wake up, whenever I wake up, I have a 60-minute routine, which means I do 20 minutes of morning exercise, then I do 20 minutes of meditation, and then I do 20 minutes of journaling. This is my 60-minute routine, right? If I wake up by 4, I do this between 4 to 5. If I wake up by 5, I do this between 5 to 6. If I wake up by 5:30, I do this between 5:30 to 6:30. If I wake up by 6:30, I do this between 6:30 to 7:30. SAM webinar happens every Tuesday, 9 p.m. is a routine. There is no decision that is taken every week when will the next webinar happen. No, we've decided it is a routine. Tuesday evening, 9 to 10 p.m. is SAM webinar time. So the more routines we add to our life, the more those decisions become subconscious. The only decision that we actually take is that myself and Jagan take is actually the decision of the topic. That's the only decision that we take. We don't take whether we should do the webinar or not. And in fact, this why I'm talking about decision fatigue is because I experienced decision fatigue very recently, and I thought I should take it an opportunity to share it with all of you. So even those small things add up to decisions. And it doesn't matter for the brain. It actually doesn't matter for the brain where the count of the decision is what matters for the brain, not the value of the decision, right? So if we have decided, okay, whether we should buy this pen worth 10 rupees or not, versus whether we should buy a pen worth 1000 rupees or not, for the brain, both of these decisions have equal weightage in terms of decision fatigue, right? The financial implication is different. But for the brain, in terms of making a decision, both has equal value. So you are better off making a more valuable decision before than an invaluable decision. So, make the decision of buying whether you should buy 1,000 rupees pen or not before you make the decision of buying a 10 rupees pen or not. Because if this decision goes wrong, it's only 10 bucks which is going to go down the drain. But if this decision goes wrong, it's 1,000 bucks that is going to go down the drain. So make more valuable decisions first and let the more trivial decisions happen later. Like, for example, the whole country knows that January 26th is Republic Day. August 15th is Independence Day. It is not decided every year which day is going to be Republic Day this year. No, it is not decided. I mean, it won't be decided every year. It is a routine that comes. Sunday is a holiday. Or if it is on a rotational basis, one day a week is a holiday. That's never decided on a weekly basis whether this Sunday is going to be a holiday or not. Imagine for the workforce. trying to decide when is going to be a holiday, people will just go mad. Right? So we all have a certain bandwidth of making decisions. And the reason why we have these bandwidths is because our brain can only take our brain has only that much of processing power. Right? Every day it can only undertake so much of decisions, not beyond. And so, if we are able to prioritize more important decisions at the beginning of the day or at the start of the day, and the less trivial decisions later part of the day, I think we'll be able to able to have a lot more better outcomes. And second is also about routines. The more routines we have, see, that doesn't mean that what I'm not trying to say is the whole life, the whole 24 hours should be driven like a routine. No, that is not what I'm saying. Right? We definitely want some twist, some curiosity, something unknown, something that we want to do it at an instant. Right? But for the most part, routines are very, very essential and very, very helpful as well. So, um, what else makes our decisions? So let's say you have to take decisions about, you know, connecting with friends, connecting with family, whom to connect, whom to call, and all of those important conversations that we should have. If we have them at the start of the day, there is a lot more likeliness of they being a little more valuable than having them at the end of the day. Than having them at the end of the day. And sometimes that because either we may experience decision fatigue or emotional saturation, or the other parties may face decision fatigue or emotional saturation. So naturally, as per our body cycle, our mental energies are high in the morning. So it is definitely better to prioritize important decisions at uh, at the start. Yeah. So let me stop here until this for having told you what decision fatigue is and how we experience the decision fatigue. I also gave you some very practical examples of we experiencing it day in and day out. And then what is the impact of these decision fatigues? And ultimately, how can we overcome decision fatigue? We can overcome decision fatigue by, automating decisions, which is having a routine. We can overcome decision fatigue by prioritizing important decisions at the start of the day. We can overcome decision fatigue by prioritizing decisions when our mental energies are very high, not only for us but for the stakeholders around us. And very importantly, in organizational contexts, having delegating decisions to others. So all of these are ways of how we could mitigate decision fatigue also. And I'm open for questions and I'm open for feedback, anything that you want to share or any concerns that you have. This is a good time for us to discuss that. The situation prevailing, Sabri says the situation prevailing and the time criteria for decision. Yes, yes. See, the situation prevailing and time criteria for decision is also very important, right? So that's why you see, if you actually historically, if you have seen, decisions. I mean, and these are not one life and death decisions. These are hundreds of life and death decisions, like countries going to war, approving a strike operation. All of these decisions, they are taken early, early, early in the morning, right? And they're executed the next day or the same day however it happens, and why these decisions are taken at that time is because they involve so much of so much of people, so much is at stake. So people don't want to go wrong in such decisions, and it has to be of great quality. A lot of things have to be thought before taking such decisions. Thank you for adding that thought, Sabri, that the situation prevailing and the time criteria for decision. Yes. Happy to take further questions, friends, or happy to take what you have experienced, in terms of decision fatigue. Have you experienced something, some personal experience that you have? Absolutely glad to, bring that to the forum. Every time this the now January, so every 3 years I have to change my phone, right? And that's how I have programmed myself. Every 3 years I have to change my phone. Now, come January 2026, it's time due to change my phone, and this is such a from 2008, my decision has been simpler. You know why? Because there were lesser number of phones. But now, and anyway, we only look at the flagship models. I don't look at anything less than the flagship model. But even in flagship models, there is so much of possibilities. Earlier in 2008, I remember when I had to buy my own phone with my own money first time, 2006 actually. There were only four models, and I had to decide only one among these four. Today, flagship, there are 32 models, and these 32 models have four variants each, which means 32 into four. So many models has to be evaluated before I make a decision. Oh my God. These are some practical challenges that we face, and which sometimes lead to we just now I just have to buy something. Any of you have experienced decision fatigue, or any of you have come across this phenomenon, or you are now able to relate to this phenomenon? You can please unmute and share your thoughts. We have a few more people who have joined. Dr. Priya Hemant, hi. Of course, Sabri joined us a little while earlier. Yes, thank you. Sureshji, you were sharing. You did not know this terminology, decision fatigue. This is new to you. But what do you feel? Is this resonating somewhere, somehow?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
Uh, we purchased SUV, semi SUV. So at that time, we were in this kind of situation. We were unable to choose which car to buy because one gives good mileage, one gives good safety, and one is automatic, one is diesel, one is petrol, like that. So we came across that kind of situation, sir. That was a great
Decision.
challenge to get the right decision, and to our use, we selected Toyota Hyrider Hybrid because it gives good mileage and it's a good brand
It
that
is.
I
It
came
is.
across.
Excellent, excellent. And though you experience decision fatigue, I think what you were able to do is you were able to go back to the basics. Okay, this and all is what is important for me, and let me stick to what is important for me, right? You were able
Yes,
to
yes,
focus on that. And
yes,
if you typically see, that is also a decision that you had to take. What is important for you? And
yes,
maybe you would have taken this in the morning.
yes, sir.
Excellent,
Of course.
excellent. Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
these big decisions absolutely are so very important. but also our everyday decisions are also, of greater importance. Our everyday decisions. And they have even a more profound impact on what we do and how things turn out. Thank you. Sumati says, house construction, too many decisions to be taken. Oh. Absolutely, Sumati, you're very right. You go to the tile shop. We all have done that in our lifetime, right? We have gone to the tile shop. Until we step into the tile shop, we know what we want. But once we get into the tile shop, now we are totally lost. Okay, by the time we come out of the tile shop, we have spent 4 5 hours, and the clarity that we had when we went, particularly when you take 3 4 people with you. That's all. Very true, Sumati. Thank you for sharing your perspective. But gentlemen and ladies, I think the the point that I wanted to drive is not only these big once in a while decisions. They are those small, invisible everyday decisions. They have a bigger impact. Those small, invisible everyday decisions have a bigger impact. So I think that is something that is very important. Dr. Priya, you want to share something from your side? You're actually on mute.
Sir, I came in late. I just now understood what decision fatigue is. So maybe I won't share today.
Yeah. No worries at all. Please share whenever. There's always ample opportunities. One thing that is never going to be a decision fatigue is SAM's webinar. They are always on Tuesdays 9 p.m. That's not going to change. So thank you very much, ma'am. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
And we have somebody else who's also mentioned everyday meal plan. Oh my God. Yes. Don't ask. The I can definitely resonate with this, Sumati, and I'm sure Dr. Priya, you would also resonate with this. Everyday meal plan, what to cook today is a big decision to make.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
The thought of having to decide about it itself is tiring. You don't know.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I like this. I like this example. So practical. Thank you very much, Sumati, for sharing. Such meaning in that example actually every day. And I'm very glad to tell all of you guys that this is why we use a weekly meal planner. In fact, I can take you right to my fridge. We have a weekly meal planner. So we don't decide every day, we decide once a week. So instead of deciding 7 into 3, 21 times, right? We are not taking away that decision, but what we are doing is we are deciding once in a week. So it is one single decision for the whole week instead of 21 meal decisions for the whole week. And I re and I'm telling you, it has saved a lot of trouble for me, my family, and everybody. So it's a great way to do a weekly meal plan.
Akash,
Provided all the executives involved agree.
Provided. Yes, yes. Somebody was to say something. Yes, yes,
yeah, Akash is.
yes.
See, this type of programming your life, are you not losing that fun? I mean, fun of spontaneity and things like that. You see, it's like a computer. I mean, as though Monday morning, the such and such things. Huh? No, I totally defer to. I mean, I don't. I mean, I agree to this idea of so
Mhm.
much of programming in life.
Hmm.
Hmm?
So it's
Spontaneity is the fun of life, actually.
I 100% I agree with you, and
Yeah.
that is why sometimes we get palaya sapad, which is a spontaneous decision that my wife takes on the spot.
That's right.
Slip of the tongue. Oh my God! I hope my wife has not heard this. Or there is I just decide that I'm not going to come home that day. Instead, I'm going to eat out with friends. So what we want to do, and I completely resonate with you, Anamalaji, is not to lead a life that is programmed to the dot, but balance spontaneity with decision making. We just balance. It doesn't
Okay.
mean when
True.
we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a weekly plan, we shouldn't spontaneously decide something.
Fine.
Like I'll tell you, I'll give you an example. I have a 3-year-old. I think you guys would have seen her someday. Day before yesterday, I think, yeah, Sunday morning, we had a marriage to attend, and that day afternoon, just out of nowhere, she saw mushrooms and she was hell-bent on having mushroom biryani. That was not in our plan at all. But yeah, we had mushroom biryani just because she asked. So I completely get what you say, and I resonate with you that spontaneity should be there. It's just the balance that we are trying to strike.
I think once Steve Jobs also talked about this decision fatigue, and that's why he always wore the same type of black shirt and black pant. He said he
Yeah.
did not want to waste energy on deciding what to wear. So he always used to wear black shirt and black pant. He
Black
only
man.
had that color in his shelf.
Very true, Dr. Priya.
Absolutely, Priya ma'am. He was telling about that before he came in.
Yeah. Yes, very true, very true. And the Tafni says sometimes decision taking can lead to impulsive decisions or putting off choices altogether. Yeah. So these could be when we experience decision fatigue and we just want to take some decision because we want to get that out of our zone, we will take impulsive decisions or we will not take decisions at all. So these are the negative effects of decision fatigue. Now, when those negative effects are going to impact small things in our life, it's okay. But what if they impact the big things in our life? What if they impact big steps that we have to take? What if it impacts the big decisions of an organization, right? So that is why what we need to do is we need to balance spontaneity, creativity, routines, and all of this, and do great things together. Sumati, we can make plans and make a declaration that it is subject to change. Nice. That is very nice. You have a asterisk, and then you say yes, this is subject to change. Very true. At least you have made the decision, and then you also tell that there is an allowance. Yeah, if you guys don't like going to this movie, we can always go to another movie. I will tell you, Sumati, most of them will stick to what you have decided. Most of them will stick to what you've decided. True. Even when I take decision to watch my YouTube while eating, I'll make many time to search for good content or videos. Meanwhile, you'll finish the meal. So, how many of you have experienced this? Oh, this is very nice. I have experienced this on Amazon Prime. There are so many recommendations that keep coming. By the time I decide what movie to watch, it is already for half an hour, 45 minutes gone. I'm sure we have experienced what Tafni is mentioning. Wow, you guys are rocking already by experiencing the learning of decision and decision fatigue, guys. As always, it is always amazing to spend this time, this 1 hour with all of you. It's so close to my heart, being able to talk to you and being here doing all of this. Thank you so very much. And I hope this decision fatigue today, what we spoke, adds some value somewhere in your day tomorrow and the many, many days that are going to come. Thank you so very much. We are at 10 p.m. and this is our time to say our goodbyes and, you know, call it an evening.
Thank you,
Sir,
sir.
sir, if you could post the link to join the WhatsApp group, then it will be easier for me. I caught the link very late today.
Oh, is it? No
Yes,
worries.
sir,
What
that's
I
why
will
I
do
was
is,
so much interested
doc,
in joining the group, but I got the link late. So,
yeah,
Jagannathan sir was saying that today we will give the link and you can join the WhatsApp group. That will be
yes,
great.
sure. I have already sent you, you know, a few messages, I believe. I will personally send you the WhatsApp link, our group link to join.
Yes,
No
sir.
worries.
Thank you.
No worries. Dr. Priya, you made my evening, you know, by saying I'm so interested in being here.
No, I am very
Ah,
much interested in psychology topics. They are very interesting. The last week I joined the different roles, right?
yes, yes.
Ladder of roles. Very
Mm.
interesting it was. I
Excellent.
have never assessed a personality in those types.
Ah, ah.
We usually see a big picture person, a detailed person. We
Yeah,
see, we have assessed it in different ways, but I have never assessed a person like that. Be
yeah.
perfect and please others. Also, we saw, but this
Beautiful.
was something new. I have never come across this. This was new.
Excellent,
The
excellent.
roles.
And that's totally Jagan's brain. So that's why we are co-founders. He has one part of his brain that works well. I have a totally another part of my brain that works well, and then we both
That's a
do.
great combination. Yeah.
Yes,
That's it.
yes, yes. Thank you very much. Suresh ji, Annamalai ji, Dr. Priya, Sumati, Sabri, and Tafni. Beautiful, beautiful time with all of you. Thank you very much. We look forward to meeting you again next week. Same time,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
9 p.m.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very
Thank
much, sir.
you. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Good night, and have a wonderful evening.